Two-Headed Serpent Session 8. Characters have survived Iceland. They have returned to New York City. Dr. Ashstein worked on his death ray and made a rapid shot death ray. Dr. Mesmo learned the Vorsh sign. Jack Bronson met a company psychologist and gained some sandback. And Longfeather, who is now level tier 3 of Caduceus, they gave him a key, some document stuff, and a key to the 2 sub-levels of Caduceus. If you go into the elevator, you will see that there's only a basement level, but beneath a secret plaque that you just sort of push away, you see a key and 2 more levels of the basement.
Okay.
So level 2 and 3. And they tell you that's where there's Caduceus's secret labs are.
That's where the eyes wide shut parties are.
I thought that was when they went to that farm. So the Dr. I forgot how to pronounce his name, but that Gunkavis will take you to the basement to show you the basement.
Okay. I have to go with somebody. I'm not allowed to go on my own.
No, you can, but he'll give you the tour.
Okay. All right.
So the first basement level, there's 2 testing areas and laboratories and storage. Let me see what's in the labs. Oh, so this is where you actually some of the artifacts that you guys gathered. This is where they assess and test artifacts, chemicals, and entities brought back by the field teams. That's the first secret sub-basement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you also see, remember the brain cases you brought back?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down here, and they're hooking them up into some equipment.
That's gonna be freaky.
And then one level below that, let's see. Oh, okay. This one, the level below that has like animal pens, like animal test subjects and things like that. And human test subjects. Where they test mind control equipment and other stuff. Oh, so you'll see partially petrified humans, mice the size of small ponies.
What?
Yes,
What?
mice of unusual size.
Jesus.
Okay. So they're growing them to feed them to big snakes, I'm thinking.
Oh, and this is the other really weird thing. So there's some holding pens. They look like they have humans in them, but then you look closely, and they all... Let me get a picture. They all look like her.
What?
So, you know, in modern terms, they look like clones of her. But in 1930s, I don't know if they used cloning back then. So they're like weird mutated twins or triplets or quintuplets, and they're odd. Remember in one of the Aliens movie, the 4th one or the 3rd one?
Yeah.
Where they go to the spaceship and they have all versions of Ripley that are like messed up. It's like that, except for all versions of her.
Isn't that the Mummy?
They're all like dead, like in a meat locker?
No, they're alive. Some of them are alive.
They're all, kill me!
Like, what are they doing with her? Is she?
Oh, you're gonna ask
Yeah.
Goncalves?
Who is this woman?
Oh, we were lucky and we were able to get some skin samples from her, and we're able to grow new versions of her.
For what reason?
Well, as you can tell, we haven't perfected our, this is a highly scientific term, cloning technology. But we're trying to clone her, like make a replicant of her. And maybe we think we can seed dissent and confusion in the ranks of the Inner Night. If we can make a perfect copy of her, and this is another new term, brainwash her to work for us, we can have her help us take down the Inner Night.
Let's see.
So as you can see, our technology hasn't been perfected yet. And as you see, there's some of these things, these people that look like they're turning into stone. I know you went to Iceland and you ran into some of those wormies, which people call trolls. Well, some of the older trolls were being controlled by a sort of a stoning agent that sort of slows them down until they almost look like stone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll explain those ones we found in that garden.
Let's see what else is in there. And there's another room, but there's nobody in it. And you see a room that has like weird furniture and decorations that reminded you of the Serpent Temple in is it Bolivia? Yeah, Bolivia.
Wow.
But it's empty. There's like furnishings and stuff, but it's empty. And you also see a hallway, which Goncalves doesn't say anything about and doesn't mention at all when he shows you around, and then says, well, that's it for the 2 sub-levels.
He seems to just skip by it. Okay. Noted. All right.
And I assume you're going to share this with your buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he asks you, now that you're in level 3, to assess your coworkers, and if you have recommendations for any of them to be elevating to level 3, then they will review that and decide whether they are eligible to go into tier 3 of Caduceus.
Okay. Does
So,
anybody want to be nominated or?
Oh, you asking the other players?
Yeah.
I don't think Jack would handle it because of his fear of snakes.
Yeah.
I think he's the perfect candidate.
No.
Figure if he goes crazy, he can just take the whole place down with him.
I mean, I'm contemplating it because if they've experienced this stone turn to stone thing, it might be a way to know about a bit more about the ones we saw at that house by the stones. Well, there was like a clearing with those snake men that had turned to stone, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seems kind of related, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to mention me, I might be interested.
Okay.
Anything to get a bit more information and research.
Okay, I'll nominate Dr. Mesmo.
Okay, so that'll be happening. And then Let's see. Who would be a good? Yeah. So Dr. Ashstein, because I assume you don't live at Caduceus, you live in various parts of either New York or outlying, or you rented a place, right?
Yeah.
So what is Ashstein? Where does he live?
Ashstein lives in a lower. He lives in a lower income like warehouse district.
Does he have family?
Not anymore.
Okay. How about Dr. Mesmo?
He's going to live in the Red Hook area.
Okay.
He's going to like rent a cheap basement where he can kind of do his can do his weird spell casting.
Does he have family? Any?
I haven't put him down as any family. I'm just going to say that his parents have passed on and he was probably an only child kind of thing.
Okay.
So
How about Longfeather?
Probably just some cheap apartment somewhere.
Okay. And any family?
Probably not around here.
Okay. Bronson.
Yeah, low income housing, probably down by the water.
Okay.
No family in this area. He's from the West Coast.
Not even an olive oil?
No, not at all. He does have an occasional wimpy that comes around asking for money.
Okay, so Ashstein, you're in New York City. This guy seems to have you go home and there's like a knock on the door.
Mm. All right. And
I think it's this I think Fillmore. I can't quite read it. Fillmore Casale. Yeah. Oh, Philemoni Casale. Oh my God, these names are so hard. So you see that guy who's like the middle row.
Yeah, he's towards the bottom.
Yeah. He knocks on your door. You can do a spot hidden.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so I got a regular success.
Okay, so he's wearing like a suit, but you can also tell from a bulge he's carrying a gun in like shoulder holster.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Hey, Doc, I represent certain interested parties, and we'd like to invite you and your friends to a nice dinner."
Is this the guy I beat up in the diner?
Yeah.
You kind of go. I've already heard the good news of the Lord once today. I don't know if I need a second helping of it. And I'm gonna have him pick up his X-ray specs and kind of peek through with those.
Yeah, he's human.
Okay.
And he goes, "This has nothing to do with the Lord. Like I wouldn't take the Lord's name in vain. But you don't turn down invitation from Bonanno. You can do a I think it's int test.
Okay.
General knowledge. So
I got an +7. So.
Oh, so Bonanno, who he's talking about, is Giuseppe Joseph Bonanno. He's a Sicilian mob boss. There was a mob war earlier, and he's the winner.
Mm.
So he has a lot of connections and muscle.
Mm.
in New York City. And I don't think I need to tell you about mobs and things like that.
Yep.
So he drops that name.
And then I'll say, okay, so you're representing Mr. Banana. And,
Banana.
That's what I said.
You best not say that in front of his face, if you know what I mean.
No, I really don't know what you mean. Could you explain it to me in a little more detail?
Do you like your nose?
Oh, jeez.
It's shame to make your face ugly by cutting off your nose.
I think somebody already beat you to the ugly part there, man. But if you're Mr. Bentley Bananas Banarno.
Mr. Banano.
Is interested in a meeting. Why don't you just leave an address, and I'll see if my compatriots would be interested in a little banana ding dong dinner there.
Yes, it's the Green Garden Cafe in Brooklyn.
All right. Well,
Tomorrow night,
I'll talk to my
6 p.m.
Yeah, I'll talk to my friends to see if we can slip a little Bananarama in there for you.
Yeah, if you don't show, we'll make sure you'll never show.
All right. Have a good day. Give Mr. Bananaram my regards.
Good night.
Oh man.
I assume you inform your compatriots.
Yeah. And it was like, hey, and when we get there, just make sure you just say the wrong name.
Call him Banana Daiquiri.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's wise?
No, but it's fun, and besides, I have a death ray. I'm not worried about these things.
Actually, I really wish he would have knocked on my door, because I would have tried to hypnotize him without him realizing, and actually get him to say the name himself, like banana, to the guy's face.
Say a trigger word.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, that'd have been awesome.
So do you guys show the next evening?
Yeah, I guess we
Yeah,
should.
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So when you go to the restaurant, a very stereotypical Godfather restaurant.
Right down to the red and white checkered tablecloth.
Yeah.
Thinks the food will be good.
So let me list the people that are there. The guy who Bronson broke the nose of is the guy who let you guys in the door, and he sees you guys and he nods. He goes, you got your friends here. So he's opening the door. Now inside at the back restaurant table are, let's see, Banano.
Banana.
Banunu.
Who is on the bottom right
Okay.
on my thing. A guy called Rappa. Let me see if I find him.
Rapper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's an upper. He looks like Tommy Lee Jones. Garofalo. Oh, who's to the left? Banano. I think it's Banano. Oh no, Banano's in the middle. He looks sort of like a young Mel Gibson. And then there's Bonaventure, who is the bottom right. So it's a weird gathering. They didn't group these guys really well. So these guys are eating at a table, which is odd. They invite you for dinner, but they're already eating.
We better
You
be getting
come
some
in,
food out of this.
they don't even get up off the table, and they just point to the chairs and go, and one of these guys, which one would do this? What's that guy? Yeah, the guy with a thin mustache, Bonaventure. He points to the chairs to sit down, and he actually introduces everybody, the four people there, and he actually introduces the four of you by your names.
What?
To Banana.
Okay. Can I kind of have Ashstein put on his specs and kind of
You can keep
give you just take a look around him. That doesn't make me comfortable at all.
So the guy who introduced everybody, I don't know if they would give you their titles. But maybe Banana, when he talks to him, he would just say, instead of the guy's name, the Consigliere. So the guy who introduced you all is the Consigliere.
Okay.
Rappa. Yeah, he says is like the right-hand man. The boss is Bonanno. What an unfortunate name.
Boss Bonanno.
And yeah, and then the other one's like Garofalo is like a lieutenant, but for your section of town, sort of like a regional guy. So he introduces these guys, and Bonanno goes, I heard you met Casale the other day and broke his nose. It was maybe a few weeks ago, right?
I kind of just sort of looked sheepish and just turned to Jack.
I was in a bad space when he came at me, so I'm sorry. No hard feelings.
No. We're going to be business partners.
We are? I thought that's what we were here to talk about.
If we are to be business partners, then we will let water under the bridge. But back to what Casale didn't quite eloquently say to you when he met you earlier a few weeks ago. We have a concern that the people you work for are not doing good deeds, as they say they do, like going to foreign countries and help the needy and the poor with medical assistance. And he looks at you guys. You guys say anything?
Yes.
And why are you concerned with the good deeds of this organization?
We heard that somewhere in Red Hook that the Caduceus organization is smuggling in illegal drugs, and selling it in that area, and causing untold damage to the local populace.
Yeah, Arthur's gonna look at Mesmo like, what the hell did you do?
So he's saying that they're smuggling illegal drugs in. Well, they assume they're sneaking illegal drugs in.
We have some informants that
I can assure you that we've seen no illegal substances on our travels when we've been working for them.
I am shocked and appalled at these lascivious accusations.
Well, I wouldn't mind if, since you are on the inside of Caduceus, if you would just look into the records. Maybe you would find something irregular or something unusual. Willing to pay you $1,000 to be split amongst you four.
When he says find anything unusual, I try not to laugh because of the amount of weird shit that is actually in there.
Yes, $1,000. I don't know, Mr. Banana. That seems like a little low.
Well, it depends on. So he didn't seem to quite hear that because you mumbled it a little. He goes, "Well, it depends on what you find. We could, if it's valuable enough, we could double the money."
How about a thousand apiece?
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of. You're kind of asking a lot.
It depends on how quick you come back to us. Can you find out within like a week or so?
A week? I think that might be doable. Banana split.
Wow. You can get us all killed. We're going to be wearing cement shoes.
I'm not very comfortable over all this. I'm kind of sort of looking a bit agitated, and I can't keep my feet still. And
And then one of these guys whispers in Manano's ear, and then he looks over at Mesmo and he goes, "Looks like you know something. What do you know?"
well, I know for a fact that what you're implying regards drugs with the company is not true. I mean, like I say, we've never seen any narcotics or drugs there at all.
Well, be that as it may be, you have access to the files and things. Just look around, see if there's warehouses or something in Red Hook that does seem unusual, and drop a dime or a nickel or a penny, whatever it is at that time.
Does it actually say, Red Hook? Because that's a bit bizarre when I actually chose that as my place to.
Yeah, they actually say Red Hook.
Oh, well, because I said Red Hook because it's from a H.P. Lovecraft story, which is actually set in Red Hook. That's why I thought, oh, Red Hook. Oh.
They may have done that in this, and also I know when they did the Harlem game, they used Red Hook also.
Yeah. Well, Red Hook is my part of the neighborhood, so.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll? Since it is, why don't you roll? I'll let you roll int roll.
Right. Let's get my stat sheet up. Oh no, 95.
Okay, yeah, no idea. and they sort of dismiss you guys, and this is sort of lame. They invite you for dinner, and they're eating dinner, and they didn't even give you like food, and they're asking you guys to get out of there.
Yeah, could at least fat us, man. Jesus
I could spend 10 luck to pass it.
Up to you.
I've only just got this look back there. No, I'll leave it. No, I can't afford to drop my luck again.
Oh, that's right. You don't want to go down to that 30 zone.
No.
Yeah, so you guys leave. That's fine. And then,
so I think it's worth discussing that.
Yeah.
If at some point we feel like that Caduceus, this organization, needs to be stopped, because we might be able to manufacture some kind of a gang war You know, if we come back with information and lie to say that their plans are to like totally take over the mob's territory.
Yeah, I'm a bit vexed that we didn't get anything to eat. I purposely went there tonight and I didn't eat anything.
Damn
I
it.
thought we were going to get a nice sit-down meal.
Captain, it's war. I'm hungry.
Come on, I say we find a nice cafe to sit in and sort of discuss our next our options.
Sure. All right.
So yeah, I mean there is that. I mean we could use these guys to shut them down, I suppose, if we need to.
Yeah, we just tell them, like, you know, snooping around in the basement where we like stole access to. We found out there all this drug manufacturing and all these plans to spread out and take over their territory.
I mean, Caduceus isn't. I mean, they are. Yeah, they're not right. Let's face it. So.
Yes, well, it's just like it's a matter of how wrong are they, right? What's the worst alternative? But
well, it's the lesser of two evils. So
yeah, I mean, we're using them to interfere in one evil plan, but in doing so, when we get to the point where we're elevating their plans to the primary, do we want that to happen too?
I mean, how hard is it going to be to take them down from within if we have to? Because right now we're participants in what they're doing, and I'm not sure where to begin to start to take them down or even hurt them.
Well, so far we've just seen their methods, right? We haven't seen any evidence of them doing anything to have evil plans against the world.
The problem is that, from what I understand and what I've learned, is that of the two groups, they're the least egregious or vile. They want to work with humanity rather than wipe it out. But their end goal is to become rulers of humanity and be the top dog, whereas the other group just wants to destroy everything and rule the world without any humans being on it. My take is these guys are holding the other guys in check. If we take them out, the worse serpent people are going to be, able to do whatever they want because nobody else knows that they exist, or that, I don't think there's anybody else out there stopping them or keeping tabs on them that I know of. So my concern is, if we take out Cadmus, what are the What are the implications going to be in the aftermath?
Yeah.
But having said that, I'm not 100% comfortable working with these guys either, because I know, even though they don't want to destroy humanity, they want to rule it and treat it kind of like a, farm animal, or be shepherds to the flock or something. I don't know if that's a workable analogy, but I get the definite feeling that we're not going to be in control of our own destiny if these guys are around. But that's better than, I guess, living is still preferable to what the other side wants. But I mean,
and empowering the mob isn't going to help anything in the macro scale. You're just helping them secure their drug empire. I
don't think they really understand what they're involved in. I think they just want money.
Yeah,
and they think Cadmus is a competitor to whatever drug running they're doing.
So maybe so do we want to set up? Well, we could set them up, right? We could go back to the organization, which would help us gain trust in the organization, and set up an opportunity to wipe out the mob leadership. I don't know.
Well, the only thing I'm concerned about is if something's going on in this place that is something that headquarters isn't telling us about, it might be something more sinister. And if we tell them, they might clean it up before we get a chance to see what any of that is.
Or it may be something within the organization that doesn't want to be known. Maybe there are agents of the other side that are using Cadmus for their own ends.
Yeah, they might have a mole in there.
So yeah, definitely we want to investigate and see what's what, and if there is a mole, maybe take him out, or I don't know.
And somebody told them, that would get this done in a week.
So you know that the 7th floor has a filing room that you guys have access to.
Okay.
Who's got the best creepy, sneaky?
creepy, sneaky.
Well, we have access to it, right?
Yeah, you have access. So you don't need to sneak around there.
But it wouldn't be Call of Cthulhu without a library use, right?
Yeah.
Knew we'd
That's
get there
definitely
eventually.
Like how long did we get away without a library use roll?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, that's not me. I only have a 20, so.
Mine is 62.
We're right around the same area. Mine's 60.
Well, you can both root around in the pile, so you actually roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 51, so regular pass.
I got 13, so that's a hard success.
Okay. So with the regular success, you found there's documents that there's 2 warehouses in the Red Hook area. One is one apparently is empty, and one is being used, according to the record.
No, I'm guessing the used one is the decoy.
Yeah, and the empty one.
The empty one has got the stuff in it.
And then, oh, that's weird. You know what? There's an NPC that they can talk to, but I think they killed him in the first scenario.
Oh, the guy that became the skin suit or whatever?
Yeah, it's sort of odd. I don't know why they say. Anyway, there's, but you know that there's probably some guy that may have more records. That if you've looked at him with your spectacles, he's human. Maybe the replacement guy. So there's a replacement guy for the guy that's.
How far is the warehouse from my sort of residence?
It's on the. It's in the water side, so it's on the docks of Red Hook. So I would say. I mean, Red Hook, I bet's not that big, so it's probably within a mile of your place, right?
Right. But if everyone wanted to meet up at mine, and then we can take a stroll over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a look. You guys want to scout it out?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So you see the warehouse. It's odd. Even though it's supposed to be empty, it's on the waterfront. But there's guards.
Huh. How many?
You're watching, and are you waiting for hours to watch the shift change and stuff like that?
I mean, I will if nobody else wants to. I'll stick around and.
Yeah, we need to surveil it for a while.
Okay. So you watch it like for a whole day. There's 3 shifts of 10. So there's 10 guards that come in.
10 each shift?
Yes. So there's total 30 guards, but there's.
Wow.
So every 8 hours, there's like 10 guards, but there's only like 2 that walk around the outside, and there's some on the inside.
Okay, so when the shift change occurs, is it like everybody shows up at once, or is it over like a half hour?
Oh, they all show up. Like 10 guys show up, and then the other 10 leave, and then
so it's like they all come in a truck or something. And,
yeah.
Okay.
And then the next shift, the other 8 hours, another 10 show up. These 10 guys get out.
Are they like uniform, like a company of kind of like Brinks or something, or is it just dudes in suits?
And then they're in like some sort of uniform, but not like very professional uniform. You know, it's like when you used to see these guys in like a coverall or something, right? So it's not as professional as a police uniform.
But I mean, when the vehicle that brings them, it's not a Cadmus vehicle, or is it? Or is it like a? Yeah,
it's a Caduceus.
Caduceus. I'm sorry, Cadmus. Caduceus. I mean, are these the same kind of guys that are guarding the main headquarters, or is this some? Or I mean, so it's the same uniform, same everything, or?
It's similar, yeah.
Similar, okay.
And they are carrying guns too.
Okay. So the warehouse itself, is it apart from other buildings, or is it one of those things where it's like
a standalone building
with a wide area around it, so we can't? Okay.
There's a fence, right? But
so the warehouse is actually backed onto the water as well.
Yeah.
And is there an entrance via like for a ship to dock in there, or?
Yeah, there's these bay doors along the waterfront side that slide open, but there's definitely on the front side there's an entrance.
Well, from the water, is it guarded same way? There's other guards out front or not?
Well, there's like these guys that walk around, right? Like a pair of guys that walk around. You know, there must be some guys that just sit on the inside because either they take turns walking around. I guess they take turns, so like a different two come walking around after a while.
Okay, are there any on the roof? They have skylights and things like that we can see?
You assume there's skylights, but it doesn't seem like there's anybody on the roof. You don't see anybody walking around the roof.
I'm just talking about ways of getting in that, we might. What about like any kind of service ladders or any kind of thing that would give us access to the roof? That's obvious. Anything like that?
Yeah, there's probably. I assume there's some fire escape type of ladder that goes up to the roof, but you have to probably hook onto the ladder, pull it down, and it makes a lot of noise as it clatters down, right?
All right.
Do we see any like method to sneak in? Is there any like break in the pattern or anywhere that's possible?
Well, you can. It's basically a stealth roll, right?
Okay. This is going to be more involved. It's probably going to require me getting a boat and going on. I'm assuming this warehouse, is it on a pier or is it on land?
I think it's on land the way they have it. So,
but it's close to the water, so that a boat can pull up.
Yeah, because they have these bay doors right near the waterfront.
Okay, that's.
Can the ship actually go inside? Or does it just
no? They can
outside?
Bring it up to the side, and then they can load stuff into the warehouse or load things into it.
Okay, if there's like a fire escape or a stairs or ladder, is it on? What side of the building is that on? Is it on the street side or is it on the water side?
No, it's probably on the side. So the water side's the back. There's a front entrance of the road, and then there's a fence, and then the ladder's on the side of the building.
Okay.
Do any of these guards look familiar to us from when we've been inside the Caduceus building? Would they recognise us at all? I'm just wondering
which way do you want?
Because I was just wondering, have we seen these guards before in the Caduceus?
Yeah, which way do you want?
In what respect?
Do you want them to recognize you or not recognize you?
I'd say not. If we try and blag,
okay, then roll a luck roll, and if you make it, then they don't recognize you.
No, that's a fail. 82.
Yeah, then
you played poker with one of them.
Yeah, I think some of them might work at the Caduceus main building.
Right, okay.
See.
So blagging our way in. I thought what we could do is try and drive up in a car and say, "Oh yeah, we're here to oversee the shift" or something, you know.
Or you could just say that we're getting ready for a mission and we need to pick up the MacGuffin, you know?
Yeah.
They don't know. Let's go, call in headquarters and see, you know, no, then we could go, but, you know, you just drive up with a purpose, say, hey, we need to get, you know, a crate of whatever, pull in, I don't know. I mean, we could go to the headquarters and get some stationery and print up like a official order of some kind that, you know, or...
Has anyone got good forgery skills?
That was my other character that was the criminal.
Yeah, maybe we should try to just sneak in first to see what's there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, another thing we could do is, like, if we want to set both organizations back, we could, depending on what's inside, just set fire inside, burn the warehouse down, then the mob will be happy, and then Caduceus will have something to deal with. Then we can blame the mob, right? We blame the mob. That can be fuel later. Yeah. Don't put intended to say, hey, the mob burned the warehouse. They're gonna threaten the whole organization.
Liberally
stopped.
Well,
that's okay.
Well, how is this for a good decoy? I summon a form of spawn and bind it. I'll send it towards them to scare the shit out of them. And then we can try and sneak in.
I think burning it down and like maybe liberally applying some garlic around the crime scene. It's the Italians. They did it.
Yeah.
Throw a bowl of spaghetti down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Liberally toss spaghetti around. It must have been the mob. Formless spawn, huh?
But then they'll call it back up, and then we don't have time to do anything. I think we need either stealth in.
I was going to ask about phone lines. Can we see a phone line that connects to the building? Because I'm wondering if we can try and disconnect it.
Yeah, there's probably a phone line. But it's probably easy to snip it if you want.
Yeah, just maybe Arthur, because I think that would be his expertise doing that kind of thing, wouldn't it?
He can reroute the calls so everything goes to a Chinese laundry.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, you want to somehow mess with the phone exchange? Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Because that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially if it was a Chinese laundry that didn't speak English.
Yes.
You know?
Because what if I sneak in and then I open like the back doors for you, or
hey,
by the docks?
Okay. Well, I mean, I can boat us in, and you can sneak in from there, or you can sneak in the front, and we'll boat in from the back and see what's there. Okay.
And that's a great way to make our escape too, if we have.
There we go. And I can.
Okay.
Do the boat.
So Bronson's going to have a boat nearby in the water somewhere. Yeah. And then
are we controlling?
Bring plenty of stuff to light the fires, if we need to burn it, right?
Oh, I got tons of stuff to blow things up, light fires, and I got a bunch of whiskey. So we're good.
Bring bananas and spaghetti.
Leave a banana as a calling card.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Ashtine's gonna mess with the phone. I think that's electrical repair, right?
I'll get banana peppers and spaghetti. And that'll be like that.
Why don't you roll your electrical repair so we don't forget?
All right, so I got a hard success.
Okay, yeah, so you can somehow reroute it somewhere.
Yes, and Ashstein does know of a Chinese laundry in this neighborhood.
Okay, so and then Meswell's just hanging out with who?
I might keep an eye on the front gate.
Front gate. And then Ashline, after you do the phone, you could. Where are you gonna go?
Well, I guess everybody else could, other than our scout, can hop in the boat and I can boat them to the back. Because
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I think Longfeather was going to go sneak in and open the back door, right?
Yeah. So the guards one goes clockwise and one goes counterclockwise. It's sort of weird, but it does give you time to get to the entrance. So Longfeather, why don't you do your stealth?
I'm definitely bringing my sleep darts.
Okay.
Flap.
All right. 75 bonus die of 3, so 35. So that's it's a hard success.
Okay. So yeah, you were able to sneak up to the front door. Nobody's there. It's just the right timing when these guys are not near the front. So you gonna open the front door?
Yeah.
It's not locked. These guys are stupid. So,
they're just very trusting.
Well, that is where the only bathroom is.
So you can slip right in and close the door. When you go in, there's a hallway, and then there's offices to the left and right, but there's only 4 offices, and then it goes into the big warehouse area, and you see all these crates in there. So it's not an empty warehouse.
It's full of stuff, huh? Do I hear any noise? Huh?
Where the guards you hear guards walking, right?
In the big part?
Yeah.
You're going guard.
All right. While I got time, I'm gonna go to an office and see if there's some papers to grab.
Yeah, I think there's nothing in there.
I'll just keep an eye on the front, and if I see anyone who's going to try and get in or something, I'll see if I can cause some kind of distraction.
Come on!
So this is when you send in the formless spawn.
So the offices are empty. So it looks like they're not really. It's like it lives up to the thing we're saying. This place should be empty. So you see, there's like a thick layer of dust on the chairs and desks in the office.
So it's like there's no administrative business going on here. They're just storing shit.
Yeah, but there's all these crates.
Okay, I'll make my way towards the back through the crates and see what I can see as I
head. And then once you get past the crates, then you see an open area where you see a couple of guards near the bay doors. So there's 4 guards at the bay doors. And also to the far right, you see stairs going down.
And the guys at the doors are not moving?
Yeah, they're more like stationed there.
Okay. Can I get to the downward, the stairs going down?
It may be hard. It looks like the guards are there. They'll probably spot you if you just walk. I mean, there's nothing to hide behind. It's a clear area.
Can I make a distraction, like if I go back to the front of the warehouse part and I can set something up so it'll like a plank of wood so it'll like fall over and clatter?
You can try that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, also. Oh wait. Roll your luck roll.
Okay.
Which is like 99 or something.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's a group luck roll. So why don't we do the group since you're all there? Right. Who has the lowest luck?
I technically, bro, I'm not inside.
No, but I'll consider it's like this weird ether of luck that goes in the group.
Bad luck for one is bad luck for all.
Mine's 45. So...
Yeah, why don't you roll your luck?
Yeah, you're lower than me.
44. Wow.
Okay. you Longfeather, you notice one of the crates are open.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna look inside.
So you see a box.
Don't like the laughter.
You see like weird designs on it and stuff.
Okay.
Why don't you roll your int?
How big is it?
Or do you have Nicole? Roll your Nicole.
I do have Nicole. 34. I rolled a 47. So how much do I have to spend to make it? That's 13 points. So I'll spend the luck.
It's a half Turing device.
What is that? A what?
That device that blew up in
the bomb
in North Borneo.
Oh wow!
So how big is it?
This one.
Well, if you want to burn the place down.
This one is not been activated. It's configurable. But you made your Nicole, so you can change the radius and set the time on this one. But remember the other one?
How big? I mean, it's not. It's too big to carry away, right? It's big. It's like a big crate you're talking.
Yeah, it's a crate, but this one's not activated yet, so you can set the parameters if you want.
Yeah, but I can't take it with me. It's not like a grenade. It's not tiny.
No, it's not
big,
like a grenade.
And it's in a crate, and there are many crates like this.
That's one of the crates that's already open. You didn't look at any of the other crates, and the other crates, some of them vary in size. Sort of think like Indiana Jones with all the crates in there.
Yeah, I definitely think that either these are all bombs or it's all stuff that's not good. And this is down the stairs?
No, this is in with all the crates and everything.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll show you a map. I think I have a map here. Of course I don't have a map. Let me cut and paste the map. Here we go.
Are all the crates like varying sizes and different sizes, or are they all uniform?
They're different sizes. Here, I'll give you a map so it gives you an idea. Because now you've discovered everything, so... Warehouse. So that's a map.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's just a random crate you happen to go by due to a good luck roll. You happen to see it open. Like,
that's weird that the 4 guards are standing there by the...
It is weird, but there are also guards walking around the inside too. They're passing around. They're walking around between the crates, so there's a number of them patrolling inside amongst the crates. Because remember, there's 10. There's 2 outside. There's 4 there. There's a number walking around the crates. At least 2 walking around the crates, maybe more.
Okay, so how big a radius could I set this thing?
A couple miles.
Oh, jeez.
But it's a weird Serpent Man units, so...
So, do I think I can figure out enough just to encompass the warehouse?
You think maybe you just want to wipe out the warehouse, you would set it at the lowest setting.
Okay, I'll set it at the lowest setting. And what's the timer that I could set it at?
They're also in Serpent Man units. So you remember when the other place there was one that was set for like an hour? So it can be less than an hour or more than an hour. It could be maybe more than 24 hours.
So you're saying I don't know how to set it at?
You have an idea what an hour looks like because you saw the other one when that was counting down.
Okay, I'll set it for an hour, and then I'll like put the lean the as best I can disguise the crate to
Okay.
be closed or something.
I mean, I obviously don't know all this because I'm outside, but I'm just
does the thing like make noise as it's counting down, or?
Oh no, it doesn't. But it probably has something where it ticks down, right? Somehow the dial shifts over one the time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this thing isn't going to wipe out where I live.
My comic book collection's there. Oh.
So
okay,
were you still gonna do the thing where a board goes down and then you want to sneak down the stairs?
Well, my worry, because then my worry is, can I get back up? But I guess I'll try it.
Okay, so I don't think it's hard to set that up, and then you probably need to do another stealth. This will be putting the thing up and then sneaking down there once this happens. So I do another stealth.
All right. Okay, 60, and then bonus die. So 60. So that's a standard success.
Okay. So yeah, with the distraction, you do that. Probably the guards turn that way and head over there, and then maybe when they turn, you sneak down the stairs.
Yeah.
I gotta go AFK for a second.
Okay.
Right back.
Okay.
So you see a pair of heavy doors down there, but there are two guards, and when you go down there, let me check. Oh, I think he spotted. I rolled a 01. So one of the guards see you as you come down.
Wow.
And he goes, who are you?
I say, I give my name. Go, I am so and so. Hakan Longfeather, Caduceus, level 3.
Oh, nobody called us that they're coming in.
What?
Let us double check.
Chinese laundry.
I think the lines are down. But there's plenty of time for that. I've been sent to just make sure everything's squared away here. I'm supposed to check on things. We got some reports that there were some people spotted in the area that we wanted to make sure weren't going to be a problem.
He goes, well,
have you guys heard anything unusual?
Well, you can see the doors are closed. Everything's fine.
Okay, that's good news, because we were starting to worry that things might not be quiet down here.
Well, one of the guys calling, and then he's like going like, what?
Who's calling what?
So one of the guards are calling somebody. The other guy's talking to you. The other guard is making a phone call.
Well, there's how many guards too?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the means to stop him, I don't think.
Yeah. So he calls, and
didn't we do something with the lines? No.
Well, the plan was they were.
Yeah.
You don't know if it worked.
Yeah. It worked.
So after a while, the guy goes, "Huh?" There, and he hangs up, a little bit angry, and goes, "There's something wrong with the lines."
Yeah, that's why we came down here to check. We couldn't get through, so we were worried.
Brilliant excuse.
Nobody checked in like they're supposed to, so that's why I'm here. Just
everything's fine. If you want to, here, I'll show you the control room and show you everything's okay.
Okay, yeah, give me a quick inspection because I've got other business, so I'll be out of your hair as quick as possible.
Okay, so you go into this room. There's a bunch of switches and stuff. And then you also, let's see, do they have a picture? I don't think they have a picture. Let me see if there's a picture. I suspect there is. Oh. So there's a glass wall once you go in this control room, and you look in there, and in this basement level, there's rows and rows of these canisters.
Okay, I'm back. Just in time for the horror.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of canisters. You don't know what's in them.
Like what size?
They're really long. Like they're like in this map, you would think the canisters are the length of 3 of these crates.
Okay, like they look like gas canisters. Like are they they look like they're made to withstand pressure, internal pressure.
They're like more glass than anything else. So, I think they're probably just aluminum. Probably easier. So they're aluminum, but they don't look that sturdy like they're to hold gas.
And they're just like stacked up. They're not connected to any like valves or piping or anything.
Let me see. Oh, here's a description. Oh, okay. They're suspended from the ceiling. And then they're connected to huge glass pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's fair. Roll your spot hidden.
I'm thinking, like, are they trying to poison the water supply? Bonus die 21. Spot hidden. I got a hard success.
Okay, so you see these canisters, they feed into these glass tubes, and the tubes you see like this green gas in there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some movement, but you're not sure what. But then in the far corner of this room, you spot 2 dead bodies.
Oh.
Like they're look so mummified, like tucked in the corner. Like somebody swept up and just moved the bodies there and just left them there.
Okay, can I? I'll just motion to say what happened here, and motion to the bodies.
Oh, intruders. Some we don't know who they are, but they broke in and we found them like that. I think they're Italian or something like that.
Did you report it?
Yeah, we reported it.
All right. Okay, we'll send a crew down to collect them and clean it up so we can get rid of the evidence. All right. Thanks for keeping everything safe.
Sure. See, everything's fine.
Okay. I'll go back up.
Okay. And then you're going to exit?
Yeah, I want to get the hell out of here.
Okay. So you get out. You see these guys on a boat on the side of the water.
Yeah. I'm going to say, let's get the hell out of here now. I'll tell them what's going on.
So what'd you learn?
We don't know what is going on other than they're storing. Well, they got explosive devices in here, which is dangerous, but they also have some kind of gas that like a collection of gas and a dispersal system. It looks like. So I wonder if they're going to like use it to poison the city, or who knows?
Should have gotten a sample. Maybe we could have tested.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in giant, like huge containers. It was green.
Green gas is never good.
Maybe we'll be able to find some of it at the headquarters, like in the lab or something.
Did you find out where that floor hatch went?
Yeah, so that floor hatches, he went downstairs and then you saw like a way of opening it from beneath, like the basement.
Like that's how they got the stuff down there, all the
the
canisters. Yeah, because they have a means of circulating the gas, right? But what do they do with it? Like, could I tell where those piping went? Did it go to the external part of the building, or?
Yeah, you're not sure. Now you're looking more around here, and you're not sure. You don't see any of the pipes coming through the floor here on the ground floor.
I mean, it could tie into like a sewer system, right? Or like a water system.
The more you think about it, the more you think that all that stuff is self-contained somehow.
And you said you saw something move in it as well.
Yeah, he saw something move in the green gas.
Did it look...
based on what I saw, I mean...
Did it look... Was it like an inanimate object that was moving just through the circulation of gas, or did it look like it could have been some kind of animal?
It might have been some sort of animal the size of like a pigeon. Like it bumped against the glass and then went back in sight of it.
So they're maybe breeding something?
I'm assuming something creepy crawly.
Yeah. All right. Well, the good news is they caught the Italian guys before, so they'll suspect them if they... Yeah. But yeah, let's get the hell out of the area, because I've set the thing to blow up, but I'm not exactly sure what the markings meant. So it could be...
We set it to blow up?
Yeah. What?
Maybe you should have told us that before we were... Because I was going to leisurely put. Oh, crap.
No, I told you we need to get the hell out of here.
Oh, I thought you were just because you were...
I told you what I did.
All right.
So how long has passed since setting it until now?
I'd say half an hour.
What's the timer set for? Do you know?
I think I set it for an hour. Best guess. But I'm not positive.
I start to hurriedly go back towards my abode to see if I can get some stuff out of there.
Chumley!
Like, you know, because I've got the books in there as well, so
yeah.
I'm gonna run back there as fast as my legs will carry me to try and get my books.
So what radius did you set to go off at? You don't know, do you?
I think it was to just take out the warehouse.
He said the minimum. It's in some Nicole distance.
So it could be a mile. I don't know.
Could be, but I mean it's the minimum. So unless it's an A bomb.
Well, on the plus side, if it is that way, then we won't know it. Just
Yeah. Well, it was a smaller version of the bomb that we had in the jungle, right?
Yeah. So what it does is it opens up a gate and sort of fire comes out and burns everything, and then it closes down, and then the fire goes away.
All right.
Wow.
Sounds good.
Okay. Roll a luck roll.
Who's rolling the luck?
Do all of us or just me?
I guess it's just you. You said it. So
72. So
I guess you made it, huh?
I made it, yeah.
Okay, so this thing goes off.
Boom.
It'll take out more than just the building, I think. It'll probably take several buildings out at least. So you have to make a sand check for killing innocent people.
Okay. Are they innocent? 50. I think I made it.
You don't care.
Wow.
So this thing goes off. It opens up a gate, and flame shoots out and encompasses like maybe half a city block or something, and then it shuts off and it gets sucked in there, and still things are on fire and burning down. And the next day,
That's in the news.
Yeah, you see the news, but the guy that Jack broke his nose.
Yeah.
He's gonna go visit Ashtyne again. And he knocks on Ashtyne's door.
And it's What does Mr. Banana Split want now?
He wants to thank you.
Do we actually get to eat any food this time?
Come on, come bring your friends tonight.
Does he want to thank us, air quotes, or thank us?
Yeah. For you guys to decide, right? Just delivering a message.
Wait a minute. Can I do a psychology check on the guy?
Oh yeah, do a psychology check.
Okay, so yeah, I got a hard success.
Yeah, it's not hostile.
Okay. All right. You said you can tell Mr. Banana and or Ding Dong that we'll be there.
Okay, so you guys show up, right?
Mr. Bananarama, you meet again.
So this time, the food hasn't been served yet.
Ooh!
Oh, hey.
And when you come in, he actually gets out of his chair and his guides, and they do the open hand thing, gesturing towards the chairs.
Ooh, hey.
Yeah, I'm putting my glasses on. I don't trust this now.
I pick a chair that has a view of the room from the, so no one can come through the doorway. And
No, they're there, but I think there's another guy there. Yeah, there's another guy there today that wasn't there the other day. And you put on your glasses, and his temperature's not right.
what?
It's a little bit low.
Yep, I'm gonna look over to the other ones and whisper and whisper. I think the jig is up.
But he sits you guys down, and Banano goes, I feel like you've gone above and beyond what we asked of you, and I'm very happy you've done that. I know there's a fire in Red Hook.
Yeah, sometimes there are accidents happen.
Yeah.
All part of the city, gas mains, all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Sewers,
Yeah. Sewer
Yeah,
gas,
yeah.
swamp gas, sewer gas. It's all gas. It's all about hot brain
You know how it is
gas.
when people store dangerous things, they tend to be accident prone.
Well, I still like to thank you for your hard work. And if it's not your doing, then just consider this an early Christmas present. And he nods to Ciliari and he hands out these envelopes,
Okay.
to you guys, like 4 envelopes, right?
All right, and take a look at the inside.
Money.
Money. All right, cool.
How much money?
That doesn't matter.
It's like 2,000 divided by 4, right? So 4, it's like 500. That's a lot of money back then.
I said $1,000 each.
No, let's not get
Hey, speak for yourself. Splicing telephone lines and blowing up warehouses. It's not exactly walking down and just dropping a quarter into a machine.
Then here, if it means that much to you here, you can have my
Wait,
share.
do you say this? Do you say this?
If he says I have no idea what he's talking about, I was nowhere near the warehouse.
No, he just kind of looks at it, looks back at them. He's like, "This feels a little light."
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Well, Banano, I understand to some people, money is not everything they want. If you want, if you think that's not sufficient, you can return it and I can owe you a favor. And that favor will be worth a lot more than just money.
I'm putting my money away.
Yeah,
I'm
same
happy.
here.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's more. I'm $500 richer than I was before I came in.
I'll return it. I'd rather have a favor.
Okay, so Longfeather and Ashstein are returning it for the favor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the consigliere pulls it back and goes, oh, and he opens up his little black book and writes down something.
The guy that has got the low temperature
Yeah.
that Arthur's pointed out to us, does he look like part of the mob? As in, does he have those family features kind of
Yeah,
thing?
he does.
He does.
And they introduce him as Martino Bresciani.
Right. Because I'm not too comfortable with that. I asked Mr. Banana. Is this other guy within earshot of us around the table?
He's more like to the end of the table. You know how they
Right.
would seat the guy in the middle and his left and right hand guys? This gives it like far end of the table, right?
Right. I'm going to lean in as close as I can and just say to him, how long has your friend over there been part of your operation?
He's a cousin of mine. He's been in the family a long time. He's in charge of disappearances.
And I take it you've got a lot of trust with this man.
Yeah, he's a cousin of mine.
I just think you should keep a close eye on him, that's all. Do you know if he's been abroad anywhere at any point?
No. He's been here many, many years.
So the people with low temperatures, we've found out that they've got like the sort of lizard skin underneath them, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the low temperature of a serpent person versus you guys. So where Ashstein did his check, humans are a certain temperature, and then you guys are a little bit low, like 1 or 2 degrees, and then serpent people are down like maybe 5 degrees. This is like a 5-degree difference, like on the cold side.
So, like the people of the other organization have that too?
Yeah, there's some variances. So, but basically, the more serpent people you are, the colder you get.
So, it's just trying to explain this to. Do we want to give these things away or what?
Well, personally, I prefer that this guy that we either can get information out of this serpent person, or that the serpent person doesn't murder anyone important in the room right now. So we either need to find a way to quietly isolate him from away from them, or have the rest of the mob turn on this guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking of actually putting my napkin down on the table very casually.
Yeah.
Saying, "Excuse me, I just need to use the bathroom." Push my chair back. Walk to the end of the table where this guy's sitting, and
rip his face off. Oh wait.
Yeah.
pick up one of the sharp kind of knives off the table and hold this guy, and then cut his face to reveal the.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, I'll give you it's a combat maneuver with a bonus die. It's a surprise.
Right.
I'll give you a bonus die.
Okay. Don't fail me now. Oh, 26.
That's a success at least, right?
Yeah, I'm just having a look, see how good it is. Oh, I might spend some luck to make it a hard success. So I'll spend 5 luck to make it a hard.
You don't need to spend. So
right, yeah, okay.
Low for. I rolled high.
And as I cut him, I'll just say, Mr. Banana, Banano, and I'll just sort of. I think you should see this and do the deed.
Okay. So you face, and underneath is Lizard Man.
Take a look at this.
I have to roll their sand checks.
Wait, I might have to roll 2 because he's a Lizard Man. I hate snakes.
Oh yeah, right. You have to do a sand check. You do.
Oh shit.
Did you ever wonder why he was called Jimmy the Snake?
Oh my God, these guys are tough. They all made their sand.
No, I didn't make mine.
No, you're not gonna like this. It's a die 6.
Yeah, I don't. I don't like that at all.
Please roll low.
Nope, 5 points.
Oh shit!
Wait, what's your sand before the
20? It's 21.
Oh, that's
And then it drops down to 16.
that's 20%.
Yeah, it is 20%.
So you don't need to roll. You automatically get a Cthulhu Mythos.
How much?
You automatically get 1, right? Because you've gone crazy before.
1 point. It's just like last time.
Roll your die 10.
Three.
Rage.
I'll leap over the table and attack.
Yeah, you're gonna be forking him or like.
I'm gonna fork you all night long.
So you see a couple guys pull guns, but they haven't fired. They're like going like, right? Jack, why don't you roll your attack?
All right.
Oh shit!
Straight up fisticuffs. All right. Wow. And that's like I got like a 95 on that. So that's like brutal.
Don't you have insane strength?
I do have insane strength, which I'm going to use since I'm knucking futs right now. I got a hard success. And then I got a bonus die for the attack.
Oh yeah, how much damage you do?
So what is just straight? It's a D3 for fighting,
no,
right?
I assume you either used your fist or you picked up a knife off the table. So,
I'll pick up a knife off the table. So
which is probably like a die 4 knife or something like that. It's just a dinner knife, right? So die 4 plus your strength bonus.
Let's see, die 4 plus bonus damage plus an extra die for insane strength. 6 points.
Ow, he's really hurt. You probably like stabbed a knife right into him into the floor, right?
Yeah.
The mafiosos are still standing there like with their mouths hung open. As you stab and rip into them, more of the fake human flesh is coming off and it's revealing more serpentness.
I'll shout. I'll shout to anyone around me. Hold him down. Just hold him.
Yeah, let me see how many points he has.
Actually, sorry. He actually took 7 points since I have a +1 because of my build.
Yeah, because we want to extract information from him, right? We want to know how he's infiltrating them and what their plans are.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm killing him because I'm crazy.
Can we stop you?
You gotta stop. You have to grapple me and stop me. Otherwise, I'm just keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me do his. Yeah, he's gonna fight back. Oh, he's gonna bite you. That's right. He's gonna extract fangs and he's gonna Serpent Man bite you.
Can I get out of the way, or am I too gone?
No, you can't dodge. You can only fight back.
All right, well, I'll fight back then. All right, I got another hard success fighting back.
He missed. Roll damage again.
Holy crap! Okay, so I still have insane strength, right?
Yeah.
You just stab him in the mouth.
That's 1d4 plus 1d4 plus Bonus damage. Roll it. 9 points.
9. Well, he has armor, so 8 plus the other. He has the scales, so 8 plus the other 6, 14. Hey, he's at -1. So you jump over the table, you stab him with a dinner knife, right? And then he tries to bite you with these fangs that came out of his mouth, and then you stab him again, and he just goes down, and then your rage dissipates as you kill the serpent.
I'm covered in blood and pasta sauce.
And Banano goes, "Oh, what was that?"
And we look at we're like, you tell us. You said you know him.
He is. He was. What's going on?
Let's just say you've had somebody in your organization that you've been infiltrated by this, whatever it is, this creature.
Yeah. Let's just say there's bigger organizations out there than the Banana Mob.
So he goes, "You have to tell us everything you know about these things." How's he look exactly? And they're like taking the human flesh that's off of like the serpent guy. He goes, "Like it's a mask, but it's flesh."
I look at Banunu and I say, "There's snake people that wear human skin and they want to control the world." I just look at them, and one of them is your cousin. So you tell me what's going on.
He goes, "But he was the one that told us there was something at Red Hook."
Oh, so maybe
he's working for the other lot.
I think you're caught in a bigger gang war than you realize.
You're being played.
There are two rival factions of these creatures vying for control, and I think we just got in the middle of the two of them, and they were and this rival group was trying to use you as a means to attack the other.
I sort of cut you off mid-sentence and say, I think we need to go back to the discussions on money before we say anything else. go back to the negotiating table, shall we say? We've proved our worth on, more than enough now, and to actually show you this as well.
Yeah, so you have proven your worth to us. I think you will be worthy partners.
I think we are allies of circumstance.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, if there's any more envelopes being passed around.
Double it.
We do have something to show you. So he points to one of the guys. His man comes in with a box. He goes, "We found this in the remains of the warehouse. Maybe you can shed light on this."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you open the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
You see like this thing that looks like a giant mosquito that's been flambéed a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a mouse-sized mosquito with the wings that have been crisp, by heat. We found this in the river. after the explosion.
Yeah, I think they were doing some grotesque experimentation. It was very nefarious.
So, I mean, does it look like a mosquito is just bigger, or?
Yeah, it's like a giant mosquito.
The real question is, does it have scales on it?
You know, it could be one of these.
Snake-skeeto?
It's the next sci-fi movie, man. Snake-skeeto.
There you go.
If you want, it can have
tornado
snakeskins if you want.
Sharknado versus Snake-skeeto.
If you want, sure, it can have scales and stuff too.
Like I said, you said they were working on some sort of gas or some sort of thing going on.
Maybe this was one of the things that was in the gas.
Well, maybe they have something else, and these guys are just a delivery system for it.
Could be.
Oh, Dr. Ashstein, you have medical.
Yep. So okay,
examine it. See what you can learn
with mad science.
Yep. Stand back. Let's see what I can do here. Okay. I'm going to spend a couple points and make it an extreme success.
Okay.
Nice.
So you pull out like a couple of eyedroppers and stuff, right? What do you do to examine it? I think it's whatever you carry with you. You will get your extreme, but for story purposes, what do you do with the mosquito?
He's gonna sit there and kind of vivisect.
In the middle of the table, next to the ham.
Just plop it in the middle of the table. It'll be right next to the veal. He'll take the carving knife he's got there. Use some of the alcohol at the table to kind of sterilize everything before he kind of goes into it. Pull it apart and sit there and kind of use each knife to kind of stake it open like a dissection thing.
So you find that it has an unusual bacteria in its gut. So you realize they're using it as a delivery system of some sort for some sort of disease.
Too bad we didn't have the snake person who was alive. That could have been a useful test.
But you know, if you can use it, you can do a test with bacteria. There are still some live bacteria. If you want to, you can inject in some mice or something and find out what it does.
Yeah, so I'll just scrape the stuff out and put it in something secure.
Okay. And do anything else with the mafioso? They're on friendly terms now.
Yeah. I'll thank them and say, you know, I suspect that we'll have need of each other soon. We'll keep you apprised if we learn anything new.
Oh, and they drag away the cousin. They drag away the cousin's body, right? They clean up, right? And then, you know, they don't clean up. These other guys clean up, and then they ask you, "Do you want second helpings of tiramisu?" Right?
And be careful. And now you know that these people are trying to infiltrate you, and they can look just like humans. So now that this person is not going to report in, be aware of new people that come sniffing around and try to, you know, seem like trustworthy. That might be another imposter.
Yeah, so they thank you. So when you test the mice, this stuff on the mice, you get an interesting effect. There's first like a fever, and then they almost get something close to sleeping sickness. And then when they recover, if they recover, let me roll. Mouse recovered. When it recovers, it acts a little slow and a little how would you explain this? So it acts slow and it acts very lethargic.
Oh, is it like more like docile?
Yeah, more docile.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what they were doing with this stuff. Then, if you're gonna try to take over the world and gonna try to build something, you need people to build it for you. Yep. So docile, stupid, lethargic, slow people tend to make easy people to domineer over.
True.
Sounds like a Trump supporter.
Actually, no, they're pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Not docile at all.
That would make them irrational and aggressive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like, Caduceus has its own, like we suspected, right? They have their own plans. They're just trying to wipe out their rivals, but they have their own nefarious plans.
Yep.
So, just reinforces my point. We're working for snake people. We shouldn't we shouldn't just don't trust the snake people. I think we need to start finding ways to put stuff inside these large buildings that we can have remote explosives or something to set off. Just in case we need to, because I have a feeling that's going to be a thing. Get the head off the snakes, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the mob's good at that kind of stuff, right? If it comes to it.
Yeah, I'm sure they can find a way to pose as maintenance people to get in the building.
Especially if we can get them in, right?
Yeah.
If we can get in. That's key. We need to not be found out so we can still have access.
Exactly. Let's deal with that, and then we also need to deal with the other organization because I don't like any of these snake things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel more at ease with the mob now.
Well, it's like know your enemy, right?
Yeah. Well, we know what to expect out of other humans at this point.
Yeah. Should probably make
So I'm gonna give you some sand rewards now.
Yay!
So you get
Somebody needs them. Can I donate mine to him?
you get die 6 for killing the giant mosquitoes. So that's
do we all get that or just?
Yeah, you all get that.
Yeah, watch me roll 1.
Roll high, roll high.
Roll a 3.
And then you get a die 6 for killing the serpent guy.
Woohoo! Rolled another fucking 3.
No, something.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Of course, I don't need it. I roll a 5. Okay, great.
I have got 88 sand now, so
I have 94.
God damn!
That's why I wanted to give you some. It's like my mind to your.
I'm gonna suck the sand out of your brain.
Yeah.
Give me your sanity.
Okay. You suck the sand out of my brain. Roll sand.
Hey, we have a mad scientist. Make a helmet that I can wear.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. What I would like to make would be like a weapon that you can just point. You could just point and pull the trigger at somebody and just automatically hypnotize the person.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a headlights beam or something that just totally.
Yeah.
One of my skills I haven't used yet is my telekinesis. I haven't used it yet.
Need to make one of those. Make a gun kind of like as a transmetropolitan.
So that's a question. You haven't used it. Do you want to switch it to something else?
I'll keep it for the time being because knowing my luck, I will switch it for something and then it will come in handy.
Yeah, because that's probably the next gun I'm gonna use is something that will allow for mind control and mind control and a gun.
Like I said, I was hoping you make a gun like the one in Transmetropolitan, where it's it affects the gastrointestinal system.
Oh yeah, just makes shit that sounds.
So it's like minor indigestion all the way to just prolapse. Yeah. Shoots a guy and gives him explosive diarrhea.
Yeah. Well, I figured the hypnotism gun will be useful not only for the Caduceus thing, but since we have an exposure to serpent people, it'll help us sneak into bases without having to deal with murdering people every time we have to go in.
Just zap.
Yeah. I said, take some work with Mesmo to get it.
All these people sitting there clicking like chickens to themselves.
Exactly.
Bok, 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 bok.
So we'll find a way to weaponize the Mesmo stare.
So a few days later, you're in the Caduceus building, right?
Yes.
You guys can all do spot hiddens.
Okay. 17. I got a.
Oh, I critted it.
I got a regular success.
I got a regular.
Yeah.
You guys all made it.
Yeah.
So you're in the Caduceus building, and then you see like these. They look like janitorial crew, but you don't recognize. Well, they're not. They don't seem like the regular janitorial crew that you've seen. But you all made your spot hiddens. And you realize that they're all mafioso guys.
Yeah.
I saw the pasta sauce stains.
That's right.
And one of these guys, do I have his picture?
I was gonna say, can we give them like some kind of, secret nod?
Oh, that's the guy above, on the far right, the middle guy, Ardito?
Was it Veneri Arduto or whatever?
Yeah.
Venerial? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. He's like looking down on a sheet of paper, and then he looks up, looks down, and he goes by, and then he quote unquote accidentally drops a slip of paper in front of one of you guys, or he'll do it for all four of you guys. But I think he'll do it. I think he'll pick Ashstein, Dr. Ashstein. He'll drop it in front of Ashstein.
Okay. Ashstein will pick it up.
It says, you may want to leave the building for 15 minutes to half an hour.
I don't think these guys are fully prepared for what they're going to face.
Yeah, my connection was lost for a sec. What happened?
Oh.
Yeah, so the scanner accidentally ruffles through his pocket and drops a slip of paper right in front of your app. And it says, you may want to leave the building for about half an hour.
Okay. Oh, drat, I left something in my car.
And then you notice that they're putting like suitcases near the stairwells.
All right, I'm going to go get a newspaper and a cup of coffee.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the hot dog stand at the end of the street.
I'm going to watch a dog while it all burns.
So these guys all leave the building. You guys are outside. Half an hour later, there's a series of explosions in the Needham building. And you know how you see those movies where they demolish a building and it sort of pancakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Shit.
I'm wondering if they got the secret basement as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, they didn't waste any time, did they?
You know, you mentioned the secret basement. They did not get the secret basement. They didn't know about it.
Well, they would have got down there anyway.
So if you went to check, I don't know if you're going to check. Was somebody going to check to see if it's still there?
I was just mentioning it to the group when we see the pancake building happen. And
yeah.
Hey, I wonder if they were able to get the secret basement. That's all I say. And so if anybody else wants to go check, we can go check.
Yeah, we probably should, just to be sure.
How are we going to check? It's all covered in rubble. No way
There's a external stairway elevator so I think I showed you the map before, but
do you want to gear up and go in guns blazing just in case, or
so there's a separate secret elevator that goes up to the Needham penthouse and goes all the way down the side of the building, so that part's easily accessible.
Yeah, we should probably go check it out, load up, and hey, at least if we're loaded up, we'll be like, oh no, someone blew up the building. Is everyone okay?
Everyone get out! Get out! Before it collapses.
Yeah.
Well, we destroy it.
Yeah.
Well,
I said I could bring a bunch of dynamite and we just want to make sure all the research is taken out. Yeah, this is important stuff, man.
Okay, so you guys go. You check, and actually, yeah, they didn't take out the basement.
I'm sure there's got to be explosive stuff down there, though. You can find
Yeah. Of course. All right. So yeah, we should probably head down.
Yeah,
Okay, you go down. You find the same stuff I described to Longfeather. And then you find that weird corridor that
you weren't.
that he didn't tell you
let's
about.
Go.
Yeah.
Go down the weird corridor.
As we
Let's go tender our resignations.
Yeah, yeah. So as we unplug and mess around with all the rest of the stuff in the other room on our way through.
So wait, what happened? Are the horse size or the mouse, the pony size mice or whatever? Are they were down there, right?
Yeah, they're down there.
Are they?
They were just making those for children's birthday parties.
They're gonna corner the market on the other white meat. Mice is what's for dinner.
Okay, so you go down there. I think I have a description.
Oh, we had to kill those clones too, huh? That's gonna be hard.
You gotta have some sticks of dynamite with you. It can't be that hard.
I got like a whole box of dynamite with me. It's like
Yeah.
I got 36 sticks. I open up my trench coat, look like the Unabomber.
So where is this? God, the thing is, I read it. I know it's here somewhere, but then you can't find it. Nope, that's in case you don't want the bombs to go off. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Oh, then of course they tell me to go to this other chapter. So you see this closed metal door. There's pillars lining the corridor every 5 feet.
Check for traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go in there, you can do a spot hidden.
Good. Spot hitting it up.
All right. I got a hard success.
I'm like totally oblivious. I rolled 100. I'm like, ah.
Oh, got 95.
So you look, and then you guys are in there looking, and then the hallway you entered in, the back of the hallway closes, like these blast doors come down. And you're looking at this hole, and this gas comes out exactly right into your face with a double critical fail.
God damn it.
And then the lights
Is it green?
go out. And you guys all black out.
All of us?
All of us?
Yes, it's Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
A Deus Ex Machina? What?
Yeah, guess what I'm supposed to know it's down there yet.
We got roofied and sex changed. That's what happened.
And then
You can call me
you
Jackie.
guys wake up. It's the temperature and everything's different. It's humid.
Oh God.
It's hot.
We're in Borneo.
You're in a hospital bed.
What?
I don't like the sound of this.
And yeah, you're in a hospital gown and all your stuff is gone.
God damn it.
And this nurse comes up.
Do I have all my parts?
Yes, you have all your parts. This nurse comes up and
She's looking snaky.
no, she goes, "Oh, you're conscious. So glad. Oh, that's surprising. All of you are conscious now." You know, you've been here for 2 weeks.
What?
Where's here?
You're... amnesia.
Where am I? Why does my ass hurt?
Well, 2 weeks ago, you came in a relief plane from Caduceus, and your plane crashed.
Crap.
And you were affected by the sleeping sickness.
Seriously?
And we've been taking care of you for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Where are
we? You're in the Belgian Congo.
Oh, God.
What?
Where are my clothes?
Well, you had a whole... we've taken your things and we've cleaned them and put them into the lockers near the bottom of the bed.
Okay, I want the number and the flight plan for this plane.
Who's a Caduceus charter plane? But we're glad you're good. You're okay now.
I use my psychology.
Oh yeah, to roll your psychology.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 points and make it an extreme.
Okay. She's completely sincere about what she's saying.
Why do I still not believe this? I feel like there's a lie going on, but it's not a lie it's not the lie that she's telling, it's what she's not saying happened before we were put on the plane.
Or maybe she doesn't know, but
it's this person is Florette. I can't pronounce it. Tetronol or Tetrolo.
I'll ask him what the date is.
Yeah, she tells you, and that's odd. It's just only a couple days after the building blew up. Like she's saying it's like the April or May, probably May 1st. Right.
Okay.
Oh no, you spent time. Oh no, I have to add in the weeks that you guys healed up and stuff. So maybe I would say May 15. Let me change the date to May 15. But it's only 2 days after the building blew up.
So somehow we're in the Congo.
Yeah. Which is odd. There's no way you can get here in 2 days.
I'm sensing some sort of technological trickery being involved at this point.
Oh, Mr. Mad Science.
Yep. They could make flying bubble things. I'm not under the impression they're above teleportation or some other fast form of travel.
There are shenanigans afoot.
Yes.
They say we've woken up in Borneo.
Oh no, you're
Congo.
in Belgian Congo.
Belgium Congo.
You're in Africa.
We're in the crappiest part.
Yeah. But why? Is that
full of the genocide and the colonialism and
the
yeah, I'll show you a map, but I'll put the map in the.
Yeah, they're not playing any Toto in this area.
No.
You're in the heart of the Belgian Congo.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. We can see all the horrible stuff. Yay. Yeah. All the plantations and the Africans with our hands cut off and the yay.
Cute, sad version of Africa.
It's the heart of darkness.
Oh.
So, is there anyone here we could speak to who's in charge? Like
Oh yes, Dr. Mason Tybolt.
Is there anyone in charge, as in regards the Caduceus, as in an officer or someone with a higher rank than a doctor?
No, this is a relief effort. we are dealing with sleeping sickness in the Belgian Congo.
And you say we've been here for how long?
2 weeks.
What was our mission that we were sent out to do?
You were coming with the relief supplies. I'm surprised you have so many memory problems.
Trust me, I'm a psychologist, and something's not adding up here. Can I try and do some self-hypnosis to see if I can bring back any
Sure.
Sure. Right. So, am I going to use psychoanalysis for this or hypnosis?
Either one. Either one.
Right, yeah. I've passed on both, so.
Yeah, you're doing this to yourself, and there's like none of this makes any sense.
But I can't bring back any sort of recollection of the building blowing up in New York was real. Can I?
Yeah, you feel like that's all real. You don't have any memory of being on a airplane coming to Belgian Congo.
Yeah, so we're being played by Caduceus here. Yes, if you could bring in like the doctor, I'm sure we all would like to speak with him.
He goes, yes, certainly.
I'm going to try to get up out the bed just to see if anyone's going to try and stop me or if I feel...
No. She goes, you've just recovered, but if you want to change back in your regular clothes, they are in the foot locker at the foot of your bed.
Okay, I'll have a look. And is everything there, including my handgun?
No, all the stuff in the thing fit you, but they're different clothes from when you wore.
Right.
And none of your weapons are there.
Right. Yeah, I think it's odd that the tomato sauce stains from the hot dog I had prior to the building blowing up on my shirt. Because when that went bang, it made me jump, and obviously some tomato sauce went down my shirt. I sort of look around the room at everyone else and hold the clothes up, going, I don't remember.
Yeah,
wearing
so the same with everybody else. You go in your foot locker.
But are they clothes that I owned, like or are they brand new?
Not really.
So it's just they fit me, but they aren't anything I recognize as belonging to me. All right, that's weird. Wait, I asked the nurse, were our clothes blown off or something? And someone bought some like Good Samaritan bought clothes for us while we were unconscious.
No. She goes, this was the clothing you had. We had it laundered and cleaned and put into the foot lockers.
Huh.
Thing is, she believes this. So as far as I can see, she's unaware. She's being played as well. She's just been told a story, or she's just very good at lying. But I just think, she doesn't know the whole story herself. They've kept her in the dark and just said, "Oh yeah, these are part of humanitarian thing, and
Well, you're into hypnosis and stuff, right? So if she believes in it, maybe you might be able to do something about it, right?
Well, I could. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can hypnotize her whilst I'm talking to her.
Okay. Why don't you roll your hypnotism?
Let's get some info.
Oh, bollocks.
I feel a Lux bend coming on.
It'd be a lot of luck, though. I've got to spend 26 luck.
You can get that back in a good die roll.
I'm going to do it because this is important. So I'll spend the luck to hypnotize her.
Okay. So you hypnotize her. What do you want to...
ask her, how did we get here?
Goes, oh, with the hypnotism, you break through. There's some conditioning on her. You realize.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
She goes, you were Nurse Voight and Nurse Larare. They brought you in. And they told me that you were in an airplane crash. And they told me you were here 2 weeks ago. So she repeats exactly what she told you guys, but she tells you that this other nurse told her all this stuff.
What was the name of the other nurse? Sorry.
VOOGHT. Oops, let me take out the map, which you don't need.
VOO. Is that VOOGHT?
Yeah, the one on the bottom left, and the one next to her are the two.
Right. I ask her how long she's worked here.
She's been here years with the Dr. Mason Thibault, who's actually her husband. Well, lover. So these two, the upper left are a couple, the nurse and the doctor, and they've been here for years, trying to cure the sleeping sickness.
Were we wearing these clothes when we came in?
And then she goes, no.
Do you know where those clothes may be kept and our belongings?
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
And you say her lover is one of the main doctors in charge?
Yeah, Thibault, the one.
Right.
So he's in charge of this place.
Right. I might keep her under some kind of hypnosis.
Are we all in the same room?
Yeah, you're all in the same room. It's a giant hospital. There's a number of beds, and you're all in there.
Yeah, we may need to rely on her later to help us.
Yeah, I think I'll keep her under hypnosis and
So
get
do
her
the
to...
thing where you snap and she comes back in and out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we can ask if she finds out anything else from the doctor. We can obviously get any more information out of her. I want to know how we got here so quick. Are there any places in the hospital which are regarded as out of bounds?
Let me check.
Or have higher security than others?
Actually, I guess the nurse and doctor's quarters, right? Their personal spaces, right?
Hmm. Can anyone else think of anything we can ask? What else we got
Where
the
the people who
chance?
brought us, where the people who brought us in are.
Yeah, those two nurses, they have offices in the hospital. Let me see if
They would probably have more answers.
yeah. Oh. Well, you don't have the map. You'll have to explore to see, but here's a map of. You are in the isolation ward. Or one of these, right? There's two of them. Ha! There's some spoilers here, sorry. Yeah, you can get out of your hospital gowns and dress if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well get dressed. Get our stuff together.
But yeah, definitely
Figure out
you have
what's
no
going on.
weapons, no equipment. It's gone. Those stuff, that's gone.
Yeah, so I'll keep her under hypnosis, and I'll have like a keyword that if I say it to her, she'll go back under, kind of thing.
Okay. Where do you want to go out? Explore or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to get the lay of the land. Find out where are we. I mean, are they trusting of us? Are they hostile towards us?
No, they're here. You know.
Do you think that they legitimately found us in the wreckage and thought that we were victims?
So if you go through the main ward, there are people suffering from sleeping sickness, but they're either recovering or. But the other side, like the isolation ward, are people that may be still, like, infectious. So let me see. Oh, so the one you're in is only you guys. The other one, it's isolation ward. It's sealed. There are some people in there that are dying.
Can we see in?
Yeah. So there's like the glass door or whatever they have, right?
And they have the sleeping sickness or whatever?
Yeah, they seem like they're sick. They have blankets or sheets on them. And
so it's the same thing we dealt with in was it Borneo or the
no, that was like the Yellow Death.
Yeah, okay. Huh.
Yeah, so they say with sleeping sickness, people sleep up to 24 hours at a time. They have confusion, irritability, aggressive behavior, psychotic reaction, muscle tremors. But this nurse, you know, when you snap her out and says, "Oh, you seem to have some memory issues and stuff, but at least you're awake. Maybe you need to stay in the isolation ward a little bit longer to make sure you're okay."
Is that where we were?
You are in the isolation ward, one of these isolation wards. We can say you're in the upper one, the one north.
And we were the only patients in that room?
Yeah, because there's 4 of you, so there's 2 empty beds. But if you look through the door, through the glass window in the door, through there, you see another isolation ward across the hall. And there are people in there. Which is interesting. You're about the only white people here, right?
So the story she believes is that we crashed in a plane a couple weeks ago and that we've been here all this time.
Yeah. Yeah, she's probably going to take your guys' temperatures before she lets you out.
Up the butt. Oh, wait.
But that's what she wants to do. I mean, you guys can always insist on other stuff, but
I'm okay with her doing the temperature checking.
yeah, so she claims you guys are better. Maybe you're past the danger thing, but best to stay here for at least a few more days, if not a week, to make sure you're clear.
Mm-hmm.
So if I suggest strongly that I feel fine and I need to get out of here, does she refuse, or is she?
She's against it, but she can't do anything about it. She's just a nurse, right?
All right. I mean, unless there's a reason we want to stay in here.
Well, whether we can find some more information, but it would be nice to know what's, in the surrounding area, I suppose. I mean, we're just taking their word for it that we're in.
Yeah.
Where we are at the moment, we could, well, I'm going to take a walk up to. I mean, I take it we can smell food from the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I might walk up towards there, because if I can smell food, I want to head towards it, because if we've been asleep for that long, I want to...
Yeah, you notice there's unwashed pots and pans, stacked plates and stuff. Looks like they've been too busy to clean the kitchen. But there are food and things like that, too.
Any windows in there?
I assume there are. Yeah, there are windows. You look out and you see a cleared area, and past that you see jungle.
Okay. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, and you also hear the buzzing of insects and birds and things like that. So definitely you hear jungle sounds outside.
Right. I'll have a look through the cupboards in the kitchen, see what type of food is in here, and
mostly sort of canned foods and maybe some fresh native food.
So again, the food matches the description of the country we would be in. Right.
Somebody rides by on a giant mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, the opposite of the kitchen is like a laundry room. They call it a utility room. And it has a lot of soil and dirty laundry piled high.
I'll have a sift through the clothing and see if I can see any vows in there.
No. It's more like linens and stuff that they've used. So it's like stained sheets and things like that.
Yeah. I'll go back into the kitchen and wash my hands after going through that.
And you can smell the outhouses. There's a waft of outhouse smells coming from.
I'll have a peer out the black door, the back door. I'm not going to walk out. I just want to open it and just sort of look to the left, to the right. And
yeah, you see the two outhouses, and then the shower is really just a water barrel fitted with a valve and a shower head.
And again, it's just more jungle.
Yeah.
Why do I get the impression this is some kind of prison? Yeah, I want to go back to the others and just say I think they probably maybe they might think we knew too much, and this is a bit like The Prisoner, with they've just put us in the middle of nowhere just to keep us out of their way.
Is there a phone here?
From where you are, no, you don't see a phone, but you think maybe the doctor's office or something might have a phone or something.
I wander around looking for a phone.
Okay, so you go through the main ward. There's actually patients there, people in beds, and then do I have his picture? Oh, the only black person in the NPC list. Isango Odia. He's not in a bed, but he's between two beds, and he's holding the hands of the two people in the bed on each side of him. One's a man and one's a woman. And when you open the door, he looks up and sees you, and he doesn't do much. He is just sort of there. Oh, do you walk by him or? So do you walk by him or you just?
Well, you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk by him.
Okay. As you walk by him, he goes, you came with a plane that crashed, yes?
So people are telling me.
Yes. So you brought supplies?
I think they all burned up.
No. My wife, my brother, he points to the two people, they have fallen to sleeping sickness. We need supplies.
I'll ask the nurse and see what she says.
Yeah, so she said, I guess the plane, she goes, she has this weird look on her face, like she's confused. And she goes, I guess all supplies are destroyed? But she has like this question, like question mark when she says that.
I asked her, who found us?
You were brought in by Nurse DeVoit and Nurse Van Loor.
And they are where?
Their rooms are further down the hall. And she goes with you.
I go look for him.
And when you go into that room, it's empty.
Empty like no one's ever been there, or empty like someone's there but they're not there now?
Yeah, they're not there now, and it looks like maybe stuff was grabbed. There's some herd packing.
Huh. It's like the nurse quit.
He goes, that's odd.
Can I tell if she's been hypnotized before me? Someone else has done something to her.
Yeah, you sort of feel like there's some conditioning. Lots of conditioning.
So if this is Caduceus business as usual, do we assume that the sleeping sickness is maybe another battle between them and the other faction?
Are you asking the other PCs or me?
Yeah, the other PCs.
Or is it something that they've concocted themselves just to...
Could be.
like an experiment, or...
Yeah. And we're being experimented on?
Yeah, or for people that have gone rogue and this is the way that they try to deal with them.
Could be.
We're all brains in jars and this is a simulation. which would suck if that's actually what's happening to us.
Maybe should we search the quarters of the nurses and see if we can find anything?
How is my... I take it we haven't shaved for a while or washed in a while or anything?
No, it looks like you're sort of clean shaved. So they said they shaved you.
Right.
Wait a second. Shaved as in just the face, or shaved as in
just in the face?
Oh my God, my twins!
So, do you want to search the room, or?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. So, somebody going to distract that nurse while you do this?
I don't think she needs to be distracted.
I will do my...
Oh, put her back under?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just put her back under.
Okay. So you find 2 trunks underneath the beds. They include Bibles, well-read novels. In DeVoigt's trunk is a journal. Yeah, do a spot hidden.
03.
Oh my God. Okay, so the obvious thing is in the journal, for some reason, this is like a diary, right? That nurse stopped writing it a year ago. And then the special thing you found is beneath Laraire's bed, you see a radio receiver. Of advanced manufacture. So it's the size of a, you know how in the modern day you have those walkie-talkies that's the size of a swallowing your fist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like that. That's what you find, which is for 1933 is impossible.
Oh. I'm going to steal it. So the nurse, we can assume her personality changed a year ago. So stop writing. All right. I'll go back. I'm going to give the receiver to the scientist.
Ashstein. Ashstein, you look at it and you think the length of the antenna is only good for short distances. It's not a long distance receiver.
Maybe you can build something that would then home in on whatever is at the other end of this receiver.
Yeah, so you could use your science to home in on what's transmitting.
Okay. I think that'll be electrical.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a hard success for electrical.
Okay, so you make it do like a weird feedback thing and use the antenna to home in on where it is, and you walk back through the main ward, and it goes back to your isolation ward you're in, and then to a wall, and behind the picture is a mini microphone. Like the size of like a the end of a eraser, which is also impossible for 1933.
Okay. Well, this is, like I said, this definitely isn't kosher.
Yeah,
Maybe we should flip the script. Maybe we should take the bug and go drop it in the nurse's station, and then we can use the little thing to listen to them.
Thing is, I think everyone here is part of this experiment, as in I don't think they're aware of what's going on themselves, because that nurse has been conditioned in some way. I'll ask her, how far's the airfield from here?
Oh, the airfield?
Airfield? What?
So they tell you the airfield, it was supposed to land at the diamond mine. There's a abandoned diamond mine, and that's where the airstrip is.
Right.
So you need to commandeer a jeep and go over there and see what's what.
How do I feel as a person? Do I feel like me?
Well, you feel a little like cotton-headed.
But, you know, my body looks like me, basically, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right then. Well, they're obviously spying on us. Shall we?
They suspect us, so
Yeah.
they put us here to see if we could find out what's going on, what we know.
So, if we cover up the microphone for a bit while we discuss what we're going to do, so they don't know. I mean, we could,
we put it all back and then just play out a ruse where we talk about we knew the mob was responsible.
I mean, we could get some supplies together and head out and try and find this airfield, I suppose.
Let's see.
The medical store, have a quick gan in there as well. Have a quick look in there.
Yeah, so it does. Let me... I don't think there's anything. Yeah, it's drug supplies. Yeah, medical and drug supplies. Nothing out of place.
You know, I'm just going to start putting together a bug out kit.
Okay.
So I'll take a few medical supplies. I'll look in the kitchen for like a sharp kitchen knife.
Okay.
Some canned food. What I'll do, I'll get one of the bed sheets and I'll put everything inside it and then tie it up.
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing. Just so, and then I'll put it. I'll try and hide it somewhere under the bed or something. But if she's hypnotized anyway, I can say you can't see this.
I forgot one more thing. So, Ashtine, when you use your thing, you find another signal too. And if you follow that, that goes to the doctor's office.
Yeah, I want to rifle around and see if I can find any more technology they have going
so there's
on.
a mini mic in one of his walls also. But in his office, there's a giant radio transceiver. Circa 1933, where you have to press to talk and let go to listen to, and yeah, probably the doctor is there. So when you go there, you'll see Dr. Thibault. Goes, yes. How may I help you? Looks like you are better. Yes?
Yes, much. Can't seem to remember everything after before the crash, but
Yes. It must be effect of the sleeping sickness.
Let's see. Well, if we're gonna be heading out into the jungle or out there for any point in time, we're going to need weapons. So I assume even though you're a medical outpost, you have.
He looks at you like, leaving weapons. You seem to be still delusional. Maybe you should return to the isolation ward.
What is your plan for us for our recovery?
Yeah.
Well, it just takes time. So it looks like you're over the worst. After some time, you will hopefully recover your memories, and we will discharge you.
I'm going to hold out my hand to shake his hand, just to say I want to feel his like body temperature. So I'm just going to put my hand out to shake his and just say, thank you very much for everything that you've done for us so far, and just to see if I can gauge his body temperature.
Yeah, sure. Probably Ashtine's better at that since he has medical, right? Or
yeah.
But
Okay.
you can roll your first aid. Roll your first aid.
First aid. 5. Wow.
Oh, he seems normal.
Right.
Human normal. Oh, you see on his desk, there's all this paperwork he's working on. It looks like a weird spreadsheet. You know how accounting spreadsheet have graph paper, right? But it's graph paper with numbers and stuff on it. And if Ashtine's there, he can look at it and roll his medicine or...
Yeah, I'll do that. So I get a hard success for that.
It looks like he's doing like drug trials of some sort. But he's doing the paperwork for that right now.
So, been making any progress on any sort of treatment or antidote for this?
He goes, no, Been working on this for a long, long time. Still no breakthrough.
Dun dun dun.
You can do a spot hidden.
Ooh, I got an 4.
Oh, you realize that it looks like the pattern, like it's a spreadsheet type graph paper filling out stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's being repeated.
So it's just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it's sort of odd.
I think everybody's under it.
There's new dates atop the top column headers, but you see the same results over and over again. Which, since you're a mad scientist, you're going, this doesn't make sense. If he's doing different trials, you would see different data, right? Yeah.
Does the data repeat on the date we crashed? "Quote unquote" crashed, I guess.
It doesn't. There's not quite that synchrony, but it looks like it's almost like he's running the same tests over and over again without varying them for some reason.
Or is he having one of those shining moments?
Let's see.
Like he's just trying to keep us here for a long time.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I would say, Doctor, do you find yourself having memory problems?
Like, no.
This is just because I noticed that on the paper here, and this is just one scientist to another, you have the same formula and results written over and over and over again on it. I think I just think it's a little odd if you're running different trials and you're doing things exactly the same way, getting the same exact result every time.
So you point that out and he looks at it. There's this really confused look on his face.
Yeah, he's been conditioned as well, hasn't he?
Yep. This whole place has been conditioned.
Yep.
I think the 2 missing nurses might be...
Like, he looks really confused and he goes, that can't be.
Can I try to undo what may have been done?
Yes, you can do your hypnosis.
Yeah. Would this be hypnosis or parasite or psychoanalysis or
either you can either use hypnotism or psychoanalysis, whichever one's higher.
And I'll pass it on both.
Okay, so you break the conditioning and he suddenly breaks down and he goes, oh my god.
Right, and I'll do the same with the nurse as well.
Yeah, you already did your hypnosis, so you can break the conditioning easily.
Right. Just to see what they both say now.
Now they say that Nurse Van Laer, the second nurse from the left, every few weeks she serves them tea, this raspberry flavored tea. And then she starts giving them instructions.
Okay.
And they make the doctor make him forget that he did those tests 2 weeks ago, and he redoes them. And he's been doing this for a whole year.
Wow.
The same test.
Okay.
Poor bastard.
Yeah.
And he's totally like, oh my god. And of course he runs over to the nurses thing and they're not there, right? The 2 nurses aren't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the next question would be, where would they go?
He doesn't know because they've always been here.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's going on. It's like, how can they do, he's furious too. Like, how can they do this to me? I'm trying to cure the sleeping sickness. What are they doing?
They're not trying to. They're not trying to cure it. They're trying to make it worse.
And so, the only other place nearby is that the diamond mine.
No, there's a village. So he tells you there's a village north. There's a track past the hospital, and there's a village north. And he sees the guy that's with the two patients, and he goes, "Oh, he's the head man of the village."
Okay.
And he tells her that's his wife and his brother who have the sleeping sickness.
Okay, and so we need to talk to him. Figured. And get to the nearest village.
Yeah, Kasango Odia.
Okay, so who wants to approach him?
Somebody who's good at talking.
I think that's probably either going to be me or Mesmo.
Yeah, because I would just kind
Let's have a look at my. Oh. Yeah, let's go over and have a chat and see if he's willing to take us to the village.
I think we need to get out of here.
What was that guy's name from the village again?
Kasango Odia?
Oh, right, yeah, I can see. And he's with a patient, did you say, holding the hand?
Two patients, a woman and a man.
Right.
The doctor tells you one is his brother, the other one's his wife.
Kasango, how long have you been coming to this hospital?
Just recently, my wife and brother was just stricken with a sleeping sickness.
And have you noticed anything odd going on here, or?
There are stories of we are under quarantine, so we cannot leave the village. So very few people come now to the village, and we get very little news from outside.
Does the village have people protecting it to stop people from leaving, or?
Well, I tell people we are under quarantine, so the people. I am village chief, and the people listen to what I say. We do not want to spread sleeping sickness past to other villages.
Because we want to help you, because we think something isn't quite right here. How far is the village again?
He tells you it's not too far. Like, I assume the map is truncated. I assume it's further than the picture. So I'll show you a picture of the map, but I think it's not to scale. It's like a 2-minute walk according to the picture.
Right.
So I don't think this is to scale.
Right.
well, this village is big enough to have a shanty town.
Yeah, it's so big enough there's the bad parts of town.
Wow.
Would you be willing to accompany us back to the village?
Yeah,
because
he's willing to do that.
we would like to get to the bottom of this ourselves. And if we had your help, I think that would help us greatly.
Okay, so you guys do anything else and then leave, or?
I was going to say, what should we tell the two people at the hospital that have just been snapped out of there?
If, like I said, if those nurses come back,
don't drink the tea.
Don't drink the tea.
Yeah.
Be very wary of anything. Oh, and if push comes to shove, if you can inject them with something that'll kill them, that would probably be very helpful.
Wow.
Yeah, they won't do that.
Wow. I was going for knock him out, but all right, kill him good. All right.
I should grab that bug out bag I put together with a few supplies in it.
Bug out bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all the electrical bugging equipment.
Okay.
I'm going to take all the sharp tools.
Of the knife that I've taken from the kitchen, I'll conceal it somewhere safe on my person. I'll put it through my belt loop or something, and then put my shirt over it so you can't see it.
Oh, so they said the diamond mine is to the east, which they don't show on the thing. I guess it says jungle that way. Going south 3 miles.
To Nadeki.
Oh, I see. So if you go south, the diamond mine is south, and the road forks, and one of the forks goes to the diamond mine, and one goes to Nadesk or Nadeki.
Yeah.
And north, 5.5 miles past the village, is the river. So as you walk, yeah, there's crops. Doesn't say what the crops are. The shanty towns are sheets of wood and metal for people fleeing the sleeping sickness. Between buildings are fishing nets hung out to dry. There's locals sitting around piles of wood, carving masts, tools, and other implements. And he tells you he has 2 guests with him. There's a Professor Rue and Goro.
Either of those names ring any bells?
No, but they're on the far right.
Well, the guy on the bottom right looks dodgy. Yeah, he's got that. I don't know. He's got that kind of not trustworthy smile.
It's the mustache.
Oh, and then when you go, he introduces you to those 2, and they have refreshment is water and fermented bread.
Isn't that beer?
Sweet potatoes. I guess they farm sweet potatoes. I think fermented bread and water is their version of beer. I think there's a Russian drink like that too.
Yeah, I think they make.
It's lazy beer.
I think they make like vodka out of potatoes and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So yeah, you meet those 2.
Yeah.
And
I'll ask. I said I'll ask him what he's doing here, because I'm sure he's as lily white as white can be.
The guy with the mustache. He goes,
Yeah.
I was hired by Carol Rue here. He points to her. She's a zoologist. I'm a big gun hunter. I'm here because Rue has heard about large lizards in the jungle here, and I'm here to bag one so we can stuff it and bring it home.
Large lizards, you say?
Yes.
It's a shame I haven't got my photo album with me. I could have shown you some of the creatures I've killed over the last few months.
He goes, well, I was skeptical until the other day when we were going upriver, and a giant, I don't know what it was, but it was bigger than a crocodile. It took a bite out of our boat and sunk it, and we had to wade to shore. We actually lost a few people to it.
How big was it?
A couple people whole.
How big was it?
Big.
So really big lizards, you say, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't say the S word, though.
Yeah.
Close enough.
And Carol Rue goes, yes, I've heard about cryptids here, and I'm looking for see if we can find a living dinosaur.
Uh-huh. And she says, cryptids, do I have an idea of what that is?
Yeah, the idea is cryptids are like abominable snowman, yetis, Loch Ness monster, things like that. Like weird.
So things that aren't supposed to be real, but are actually up in this world, are very real.
Yeah. So she's looking for proof of that. Maybe trying to go for a postdoc or something.
Yeah.
I tell her, be careful what you wish for, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes, they arrived here 3 days ago when but now they're too scared to head back to the boat, which is at the river, 5.5 miles.
Really?
Because even if they get to the boat and repair it, there's another 30+ mile track back to civilization.
Well, I'm a able seaman. I can float anything down a river.
No.
What about the airfield at the diamond mine? Have you tried going there?
No, but do you have an airplane?
We're not sure, but we know there's an airfield there, so it was one of the options we were thinking.
Well, if that's a way, we could go with you.
Well, I've got no objections because this guy's got guns. So
yeah, the big game hunter does have a gun, but he's not carrying it. It's probably leaned up against the wall.
Well, how big is it?
Let me check.
And can I do a psychology check to see if this guy is on the level?
He has an elephant gun.
Oh wow!
Okay.
I want to check if he's kind of telling the truth or not.
Oh, she has a 30 rifle. So they have a rifle and elephant gun between the two of them.
I'm gonna mug these people for their guns.
But I failed the psychology test, so I don't know.
Yeah, you make whatever you want of it. Kasano Odia, he has a spear. So the villagers have spears, I guess. Where do you want to head?
I'll ask the chief about the sleeping sickness and where it stemmed from and where it started.
It's been here a while, but they said it got worse like more than a year ago. Like a year ago, it suddenly got worse.
Really? Wow.
When the girl stopped raining.
And the government keeps on spraying the areas. Like they fly a plane over the areas and spray.
Where's your sort of water source?
I assume they either have a well or a river, or they get it from the river. Let's see. Maybe they get it from. Maybe they get it from the river.
So, where are they? Are they actually spraying your crops, or are they spraying...
No. They once in a while I hear planes, and they sort of like they assume they're spraying the area around.
No. No, not with the type of stuff that we've been dealing with. If they're spraying something, it's making it worse, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming this sickness is spread from some sort of animal.
Let's see. And I'm wondering if it's mosquitoes, but
it's probably mosquitoes or fleas or flies or something.
Tsetse fly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or is it that weird creature that was in the warehouse?
A giant mosquito.
Yeah.
I think giant mosquitoes would stick out pretty quick. I think if I was them, if I was going to try to infect a population full of people like that, using tsetse flies would be a pretty easy way to do it, since they're native to the area and they're really small and you can just dump them everywhere.
Now that you mention that, suddenly like a swarm of flies come in, and
son of a bitch,
you all have to. So what do you want to do? There's suddenly a swarm of flies is like coming into the hut.
Is there like a barrel I can jump in?
No, there isn't.
Is there like any fly netting anywhere?
Yeah,
no.
Pull my shirt over my head.
Is there fire?
I will open up the sheet that I put all the supplies in, and I'm gonna I'll probably try and drape it over myself to stop.
Okay, that's what you're doing. What is actually Longfeather's first? What's Longfeather gonna do?
Is there any cloth barriers or anything to get?
Not really.
What's here to?
It's like a hut. There's fishing net, but it's the netting is so big that the flies will go through.
What about bedding or blankets?
There are probably some blankets or something. Not that many, since this is a jungle. It's more like, if anything, a sheet, right? A woven mat.
Is it unusual that they're in a swarm like this?
No, well, yeah, this is unusual because suddenly there's like this swarm. What do you want to do? Or just stand there?
Can I jump underneath? Can I climb underneath the tent flap?
It's like a hut. You're in a hut, right? Or his house. It's like a house on.
Is there only one door?
Yeah. But they're coming in through the door, so.
Yeah. Okay. It's only a one-room hut?
Yeah.
There's not a lot to do then, I guess, because I've got nothing on me. So just try to move to one end of the room.
Okay, so you're trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
And then Ashtine.
Since it's a one-room hut, is there... just want to know if there's any other way to... Because they're all just coming straight... Are they like coming in from all sides of the hut or just like one side?
They're coming in through the front door and they're like...
So, okay. How close is the next nearest hut?
It's just next door, but you have to go through the door. They're coming in and then out.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Is there a window I can jump through?
Yeah, there's probably a window, right?
Yeah. I'll jump through the window and go to the next hut.
How about I know what Mesmo's doing. How about Jack?
Is there a fire going on anywhere in the hut?
No, not during the day here. So
okay, so I am basically grabbing the blanket if I can reach it, and going to use that to kind of swat at the flies, just like just.
Okay, do a dex roll.
Let's see. I'm gonna spend 9 luck then, because
to
make it.
Oh no, then don't spend it. Then
Don't
you need
spend
a
it,
hard. You need a
Oh,
hard.
never mind then. Yeah, no.
Okay, so okay,
They all jump on me.
yeah. So Longfeather, do a luck roll.
Okay.
Hopefully they find you tastier than me.
36 made it.
Okay, and then Ashtine, do a luck roll. Are you still at 99?
Yeah. 46. So.
Okay, and then Jack and Mesmo, do your luck rolls.
Oh no!
I made it.
You made it.
I failed.
Oh, okay.
They're all on you.
Don't I get a bonus dice, because I put the sheet over me then?
How much did you fail by?
I think it was 67, and my luck is 20.
Oh, jeez.
20
40.
something.
Is 27.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die. Roll one more die.
No, that was even worse. That was
Okay.
97.
Wow.
So anyway, these flies, after a while, they leave.
Why do I get the feeling we're going to have Groundhog Day and end up back at the hospital?
Okay, we'll deal with this a little later, but I know what happened to you. Let's see. Where do you want to go? I'm wondering if you go somewhere, then we can stop at a cliffhanger.
Well, I thought we were going to go to the diamond mine, but
You want to go diamond mine? You can go diamond mine.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because if it's an old diamond mine, they might be using that as a place of operations as well. They might have tech gear in there, what they're keeping tabs of the test area.
Okay, so when you guys go south, before you get to the diamond mine, though, you guys head south, and then
Well, before we go, I say to everybody, I asked the chief if it's possible for us to take a spear each or something.
yeah, they'll lend you a spear. Maybe they'll ask for a deposit or something. So you guys head into the jungle, and then is that the right picture? Let me check. Yeah, that's the right picture. So you go into the jungle, and then you hear crashing in the undergrowth.
Oh my God.
And you see this, but not just one, but 3 of these show up.
Oh my.
And we're not geared up like that at all. So.
With a guy on top of it riding it?
Yeah, then there's a lizard guy riding on top of the dinosaur.
Run away.
Cliffhanger.
Does it surprise us, or do we see it in the distance?
You hear the crunching, and then it comes out of the growth, right? But
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Hey. Dino Riders.